Welcome back, everyone. Dirge here, and I wanted to go over another character's skill changes, and figured I'm just going to go into Zero next because uh, just some things I want to talk about. So let's dig into it. Actually, start with my disclaimers. Or explain while I'm doing, I guess. With the community patch, Shadow is working on also buffing some of the skills that have been a little underwhelming in this game. And with that, I wanted to kind of preemptively talk about some of these and maybe get some ideas out there. I just did the Maya one yesterday for those of you that watched it. And tons of great ideas in the comments section on this. I had two disclaimers on that one. One, I wasn't sure if Shadowevil was going to be able to make this happen, but it sounds like he's pretty sure he will. And the next disclaimer is because he's been working so fucking hard on this and doing amazing work, guys. If he doesn't do everything that, a lot of us want or what I would think we should get or whatever, I don't want anybody giving him any shit for any of it. But also, some people have been worried about things getting OP or whatever. Something gets tweaked and it's OP, he can tweak it back down. So, let's just be gracious for the work he's doing. That being said, let's look at the skill tree. So I'm going to start in sniping. I think this skill tree is damn good to start with. Optics I don't always take, but I quite like it. It's just the other skills are so good. Headshot's great. Killer's great. Wouldn't touch it. Precision, just fine. Wouldn't touch it. Velocity is damn solid. Leave it alone. Bore is obviously great. And one shot, one kill is awesome at what it is. Kill confirmed is the kind of weak link. Aiming down sights with your gun grants increased critical hit damage the longer you aim down the sights, the greater the bonus. The bonus is fairly high. It's just you have to sit down there. So what I would change this to, if possible, and the coding might be hard on it, is just maybe lower the bonus a little bit, but have it just if you're aiming down sight, you get a bonus. So it's kind of like the Fremington Edge. Not have to sit there and hold down the sights. Just be aiming down sight and you get an additional, 30% critical hit at 5 out of 5. Maybe 40%. 48 seems a bit high. But, just lower it a little bit and just have it if you're aiming down sight. Take away the timer. Done. It's a really good skill then. At one, the gun is great. Would not change it at all. Critical Ascension, though. This is complicated. So, the easy fix would just be slow down the decay timer. Because stacks decay too fast, making it really hard to build stacks. There are some Zero players out there, like Fiber, or Aether Seraph, or Dark Souls, or whatnot. There's a handful of people I've seen out there that can really do well with CA and really stack it efficiently. But they're incredibly talented players, and the average gamer just can't get anything out of Critical Ascension. So, the easiest fix, and one hopefully he can do, is just slow down the decay timer. But on top of that, one Critical Ascension has a few annoying things. If you switch to a gun that's not a sniper, you lose it. It'd be nice to get rid of that. And the pre-sequel, Aurelia's got two skills that are kind of like CA, and neither one of them have that restriction. The other one, whenever you go into a menu, you lose your CA stacks, which is also stupidly annoying. There's really no reason for that, so it could be nice to get rid of that if possible. And the other one, this might just be linked to go into a menu, might just be like a change of state, but when you climb ladders, you lose your CA stacks, which is really dumb. But I have a feeling because you kind of change animations, it changes the state. I don't know if that's the right programming term, but and then you lose your stacks. So it'd be nice to kind of ditch all of that and, again, slow down the decay timer, get rid of the menus and switching to other weapons, and just let people stack CA. And that'll make it a lot more usable for the average gamer. And then the good gamers should just be good with it. Maybe 999 is too high. Maybe you can reduce the cap to like 250 or something. Because if you get up to 200 stacks, everything's dying instantly. The 999 is kind of ridiculous. So, if the good people can just stack too much with it where it's kind of game breaking, you could just put a cap on it. So that would be my change for the sniper tree. Really just kill confirmed in CA. Over here, fast hands is sweet. No problem with that. Counter-Strike, after getting hit, your next melee attack has a chance to do massively increased damage. That's cool. It can be a little tricky to get it to trigger, but I don't know if you can really fix that. So leave it alone. Fearless, when your shield is depleted, you gain a bonus to gun damage and fire rate. It's just fine. This is mainly a fight for your life bonus for Zer0. Some people think like, oh, I can put on the Rough Rider and always have it. Not worth it, man. Not fucking worth it. Zer0 does not have the health regen to survive a Rough Rider build, so it is a nice bonus when you break your shield, though. You better chance of killing somebody, getting your shield back, and whatnot. Ambush is awesome. Unforeseen is fine now that the damage has been boosted. Maybe you could get a slight damage boost a little bit further, but it wouldn't need much, if anything. Death Mark is already awesome. Please don't touch this. This has been touched too many times. Let's leave it the fuck alone. Rising Shot's pretty great. Innervate. While Deception is active, you gain increased gun damage and movement speed, as well as regenerate health. Since Deception isn't active that long, I don't think it would be a bad idea to up the health per second. Just a little bit. Maybe to 5, just 1 per point. So at 5 out of 5, it's 5% per second, 10% if it's boosted, 10 out of 5. I don't think that would be game breaking. It would give Zer0 a little more survivability. And again, it's only while using Deception, which isn't that long unless you're many of us fall chaining. But yeah, Two Fang is just fine. I wouldn't change that. And neither is Death Blossom. So I wouldn't really want to change much in the Cunning Tree. The Cunning Tree is pretty sweet. Now, moving over here. There are some changes I would do. Killing Blow, obviously, leave it the fuck alone. It's damn good. Iron Hand, the max health isn't helpful at all. Zer0 doesn't really health stack because of the glass cannon, and you're probably going to be health gating with him and using a lot of grog. So it's not enough to help his survivability, so it kind of seems pointless. If you would change that to like a passive healing, kind of like a sustenance or something, it would be a little helpful. Help him with dots, or damage reduction would help his survivability more. Yeah, that might be the right call. Is go with damage reduction. I wonder if that would mess with people stripping their shields though for melee. But the max health is just such a wasted thing, and the melee damage isn't much. So yeah, it'd be nice to tweak this to something more meaningful. Or maybe just make it he doesn't really need more melee damage. I don't know what else you would add to that. But damage reduction is the thing that seems the best to me to make it a little bit better. Grim is not great for melee unless you haven't got many of us fall. But it's great for gun builds. And I really wouldn't change it much because the shield regen is great. Cooldown rate, that's great. So yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone. Be Like Water. Shooting an enemy increases the damage your next melee attack does. Melee increases your next shot. It's just fine. Backstab. Your melee attacks deal additional damage when hitting the enemy in the back. Backstab's pretty sweet. Execute's pretty sweet. Follow through's very sweet. Resurgence. Killing an enemy with a melee attack restores health. The lower your health, the more health you receive. Up to 4% of your max health per level. So at 5 out of 5, it's 20%. Maybe if you just get rid of the lower your health, the more you receive, and then up it to 5% per level. So every time you kill an enemy, you get 25% health back, no matter what. That would probably help it a little bit better and make Zer0 a little more durable. But if you do a melee Zer0, that's the one like Zer0 that you are going to be like Ruby or Grog dependent. So I don't know how much you're going to rely on this, because if you kill an enemy, you did enough damage to heal the health gate typically. Yeah. But either way, I think, yeah, remove the lower your health bullshit. Maybe 4% is enough. If not, bump it up to 5. Like the wind, while moving, you deal increased melee damage and gun damage. This one I see a lot of people skip, and it seems to have a hard time like triggering, doing that well. I don't know. If you're doing a gun build, you're never really using this. And I guess when you're occasionally shooting people, when you have a melee build, a little gun damage helps. But I don't know. I'm not sure on this one. Maybe if it was just another movement speed buff. I don't know if Zer0 needs more movement speed between like follow through and innervate. But yeah, this one, God, it's almost like you want to completely remake it. I don't have a great idea for this one. Like, I like the idea of the fluidity of getting bonuses while you're moving. Oh, here it is. Like the wind, like you're hard to hit. While moving, oh, that might be hard as fuck to implement. Maybe not, though. Because if it has a trigger while moving, then it gains that bonus. Maybe it could be like a kinetic reflection, like while moving, you gain bullet deflection. And kind of add kinetic reflection to it. That could be fucking cool for Zer0. That could be very fucking cool if it's possible. Because that would give him some more survival. I don't think he needs the damage from this, but giving him that extra like boost to survivability, that could be cool. And then, yeah, your whole top is kind of about damage, and you have 2 survival ones. And then Many Must Fall. Like, that could be sweet. I like that idea. Because you could, yeah, like I said, if in the code the trigger is moving and then you've got your bonuses, there's a chance you could kind of copy some of that kinetic reflection thing onto it. I like that idea. So that's my ideas for Zer0 as I come up with them live as I go over it with you guys. So to recap, kill confirmed, take off the timer, and just make it a straight buff while ADSing, and maybe lower the cap a little bit on the critical hit from 48, maybe move it down to like 40 or something. And then CA, remove all the bullshit like menus, non-snipers, and slow down the decay rate, and if that makes it too powerful, lower the cap. Over here, did I change anything in this tree? I don't think I did. I mean, Unforeseen could maybe still use a small little boost, but that would be about it. Over here, Iron Hand, I think it'd be better if it would change to like a damage resistance, as long as that doesn't fuck with shield stripping. And then this, remove the lower your health crap and just have it flat, and change this to like while you're moving you gain kind of like antagonist like bullet reflection. And yeah, that would be how I would change Zer0. So let me know. I have a feeling you guys are gonna have a lot of different ideas for Zer0 than me, 'cause I don't play him all that often. So we might have some disagreements there, but that's cool. I love all the ideas so far. I've loved reading through the Maya ones. But keep in mind, like, Shadow is not a developer for Gearbox, and he's got some really handy and smart people helping him with some of this stuff. But there are limits to what they can do, so let's keep that in mind when asking for suggestions. Let's be reasonable about things. And that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely check out all the community patch stuff if you guys have not. And I will see you all later. Bye.